start to your weekend. I really wanted to come on here and talk about this story because it really captured my heart. It was really sad because it's just this beautiful young woman with a promising future. She really was on the road to becoming a very prominent, well known DJ. And she tragically lost her life due to a night of reckless fun, sadly. So, this story comes out of Houston, Texas. This young woman's name is Darian Lewis. She is 23 years old. She was known to be a very popular DJ out in Houston, and she has a girlfriend. And it's just a very sad story that happened. But let's go to her Instagram before we actually get started with the story, just to kind of get a feel for who she is. It's so sad. So this is her Instagram, and she became very popular. She has about 32,000 subscribers. So people really started to like her DJing. She did talk about in some of her lives that she had some pretty bad experiences with people, judging her because she was a female DJ. So she didn't always have the best, experiences sometimes because people just automatically misjudged her because she was a female DJ and they thought, oh, well, she's probably not good at what she does because she's a female. So she had to go through that a lot. But she was pretty popular and really well known young lady. And she actually had a very promising future. The sad part, too, is that she just had a birthday June 24th. It's so sad because of the cases that we heard earlier this year that we talked about. It was very interesting how some of the individuals that self-concluded back earlier this year, it was near their birthday or their birthday was approaching. So it's just, this one was not a self-conclusion, but it was just kind of ironic that, shortly after her birthday, she tragically dies. It's just so sad. So this was a birthday picture. She has a caption here saying it's my birthday, and so she just did a photo shoot for her birthday. These are kind of cool pictures of her for her birthday. So, and she, of course, a lot of people were saying happy birthday to her for her birthday. Finally getting a chance to set up my second. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's take a look at this one because it looks like she was setting up. She said, finally getting a chance to set up my second The Hookah Heroes location. Check us out at Voodoo's Food soft opening this Friday. It's cool. So this young lady just turned 23 and she had her own businesses. Look, isn't that cool? "23 years old, and she set up her own business, her hookah business. That's got to be very impressive for a 23-year-old to have that much success at such a young age. Most 23-year-olds don't really know what to do in their life, or some of them are just, in college trying to figure out their future. She had her own business. She developed a pretty prominent following, just very impressive young woman. So it's just, this story is so sad. A night of fun ends so tragically. So this was Pride Month. Of course, Pride Month is very passionate to her because she is, in that particular community. So, she celebrated that just last month. All these great things happened for her. It's so sad. This story that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it, because I thought it was a pretty sad story. So just here are some more pictures of her. She was very much, as you can see, into fashion, always kept her hair, makeup, everything was on point. So not only was she a DJ, but she knew how to, dress in fashion. She's very vibrant, very happy. Her and her girlfriend, based upon her girlfriend's statement of what happened, that they, had a pretty good relationship. There wasn't really any issues going on in the relationship. And so the girlfriend's pretty sad and heartbroken. So I just wanted to go over some of these just so you can see her and get a feel for who she was. She was a very lovely young lady. It's so sad. So anyways, let's talk about what happened in this tragedy. So this tragedy happened on July 4th. And what do we do on July 4th, guys? People party. People party. They have fun. I don't drink, but people who do drink, they get really drunk. And it's just a time to have fun. As you know, this woman is a very prominent, popular DJ. So, of course, Where do people DJ at? Clubs, parties, and stuff like that. And so, in those type of environments, a holiday, what do you think happens there? Lots of drinking. So she was DJing, had a lot of fun, and ended up drinking way, way, way too much. And according to the girlfriend, some of her friends ended up dropping her off, or it's unclear if it was her friends, but whoever was with her, they did not feel that she was safe enough to drive home because she was really intoxicated. I mean, to the point where she just was not even really clear. It didn't seem like she really was clear of what was going on. So they dropped her off at the girlfriend's house. And then the girlfriend says that she tried to get her keys so she can drive. Like she was being, just pushing her way in to try to get the keys so she could drive. And her girlfriend, being a good girlfriend, was like, hey, you shouldn't be driving. It's not safe. You're clearly intoxicated. And so a tragedy unfolds from then on, and we'll get into that. Let's just read the article first. A promising Houston DJ has died after plummeting from a high-rise apartment balcony on July 4th, relatives say. Darian Lewis, better known as DJ D-Baby in Houston, died Wednesday, according to a Facebook post by her mother. She was 23 years old. And let's go to that Facebook post. Here is the sad Facebook post by her mother. It's sad. Her mother was really close to her. It's so sad. So her mother was the one that announced it. Because basically what happened was, after the tragedy happened, she was hospitalized. All the way up until now, on the July 13th is when she... sorry, guys, my little thing went on. Okay, all the way. So she was hospitalized from July 4th all the way till July 13th when she passed away. So it was very sad that, they were hoping that she would live. But this is a post from her mother. Her mother says, my youngest and only daughter has transitioned. Please pray for the family. My heart is heavy and broken. So sad. And here's some beautiful pictures of her with her mother. So she looks a lot like her mother, to be honest. A lot like her mother. And there is another beautiful picture of her with her beautiful, gorgeous mother. There's another photo with her and her gorgeous mother again. So sad, so tragic. So that was the post that basically announced and confirmed that she passed away. She said, again, my youngest and only daughter has transitioned. Grieving mom Terry Lewis wrote, please pray for the family. My heart is heavy and broken. Lewis fell 4 stories. This is crazy, guys. It's because the girlfriend lived on the 13th floor. And she had this balcony. So that's that's the background right now. It seems like a lot of people are falling off balconies or being thrown off balconies a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with balconies and people, but there's been too many stories like that lately. Lewis fell 4 stories from a 13th floor balcony onto a pool deck at Camden downtown apartments in the early morning hours of July 4th. Lewis' girlfriend posted on Facebook that she lost her balance while standing on balcony furniture after she had been drinking. And so she probably had this beautiful night, really fun, partying on July 4th like everybody else, and just got way too drunk and just was not thinking rationally. Houston police told the station the fatal incident appears to be accidental, although an investigation is actually in the process. And there she is again. She was so stunning. It was so sad. Lewis, whose Instagram account has more than 28,000 followers. Wow, so she started, when she died, she had more than 28,000. And then all of a sudden she got a lot more when she died. Has recently performed at shows in Dallas, Miami, New Orleans, and other hot spots throughout the country. Wow, so she's so good that she travels across the country because she is so good. People actually hire her because of how amazing she is at DJing. Darian Lewis fell off the balcony of a Houston high-rise on July 4th. We're going to trust the system. We're going to let them their job. That's Lewis' father. He says we're going to let them do their job. Lewis' father, Darren Lewis, told the station. So it looks like she was named after her dad because her name is Darian Lewis, and her dad's name is Darren. So that was so sweet. It looks like they tried to name her in a similar name after her father. Oh, so sad. So yeah, so she fell off the balcony July 4th. She was clinging on to life for at least, wow, so at least a couple of days she was clinging on, and then she just, at least a week, a little over a week, and then she just couldn't continue. It's so sad. Lewis, whose Instagram has more than 20,000 followers, has recently performed at shows in Dallas, Miami, New Orleans, and other hotspots. Becoming a DJ was something I talked about throughout my entire life in high school, she told Voyage Houston magazine in March 2021. Wow, so she really was successful. She made it to the point where she was being interviewed by magazines and all kinds of stuff. It wasn't until I graduated that I was gifted almost half of my DJ equipment from my parents. Oh, and she had such supportive parents that truly believed in her. Doesn't she look just like her mom? She looks like just like her mom. Same smile, same eyes, same makeup. They even got the same makeup on, same eyeshadow. That's crazy. They were twins. And that's so sweet that her parents believed in her dream. They believed in her dream so much that they bought her equipment. And that's amazing because sometimes people, kids have dreams, or young people have dreams, and their parents sometimes don't support it. They're like, no, get a real job. Or they'll say something like that, yeah, get a real job or something like that. But her parents, on the other hand, they believed in her. And they believed in her so much that they invested in her DJ equipment. And DJ equipment can be quite expensive. That is a huge investment. So that means they really believed in her so much that they were willing to invest in her thousands of dollars. That's amazing. She had great parents. So sad. I feel really heartbroken for her parents. You can tell that they were very close. Lewis' mother, Terry Lewis, confirmed the DJ's death on Facebook on Wednesday. Lewis then took on the DJ D-Baby moniker while attending Texas Southern University, she said. And so she was also educated. She went to Texas Southern University. That's pretty awesome. That is awesome. She got her degree, and then she was out here, pursuing her dream, which is very impressive. The crazy part about is at the time I could barely DJ, Lewis told the outlet. I saw going to college as a way to reinvent myself and start a new journey. The rest is history in the making. So I really think that was amazing. She took a step of getting her degree first, and then she pursued her DJ career. So she at least had, some form of backup. Also, it could help with her DJing career and her business. And as you can see on her Instagram, she also had a hookah business. So this 23-year-old was doing better than a lot of people who are older. Amazing young lady. Fans of the up-and-coming DJ, meanwhile, have posted messages of encouragement on her Instagram profile. This is such a sad story. She had so much life left in her. When I see these stories, it's so heartbreaking. One person says, "We're all praying for you. This is heartbreaking," another replied on Wednesday. All right, so that is sorry guys, all these weird ads. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the news article, or the news report of the tragedy.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Family, friends, and the Houston community. Our morning.
So I'm gonna remind that this is her right here in one of her social medias, giving us kind of a depiction of what she goes through when she's trying to DJ. Some people always question whether she really is a DJ. So she's doing this live just to show people kind of some of the experiences that she goes through.
I'm the DJ. I'm about to go park right here. Yes, I am. Thank you. Family, friends, and the Houston community are mourning the loss of 23-year-old Darian Lewis, better known as DJ D-Baby.
She was just a ball to be around. I mean, for real.
Around 5 a.m. on the 4th of July, the popular DJ fell from a 13th floor balcony at Camden Downtown Apartments and onto the 9th floor pool deck. Paramedics rushed her to the hospital. She died on Wednesday, 10 days after her tragic fall.
She did a whole lot of things that
people that's my age, 56, hadn't done.
There has been speculation on social media about the circumstances surrounding her fall, some pointing fingers at her girlfriend, who was present at the time she fell. However, her girlfriend released a statement on Facebook saying she's heartbroken and had nothing to do with it. In the post, she
Okay, and so here she gives a story her sister does. I mean her girlfriend, sorry. Her girlfriend gives the story that basically somebody dropped her off at her place and that's when she took the keys and unfortunately Lewis ran to the balcony, got on top of the furniture and fell over. The girlfriend explains that there's like a high balcony so she could not have realistically pushed her over because a lot of people are speculating that the girlfriend took her life. People are suggesting there's foul play. They think that the girlfriend basically unalived Lewis. That's what a lot's going around. So that led to the girlfriend posting, something on her Facebook saying, I didn't do it. She explains exactly what happens. She explained that the balcony, it's too high basically for her to have realistically pushed her over. She'd have to pick her up, carry her, and then toss her over. What she said, there was no reason for her to have done that. This is her statement, as there's no reason for her to have done that because they weren't having any problems, they weren't having any arguments. That she admits that, like any other relationship, they may have their differences here and there, but they didn't have any real issues and she would never do that to her. That is the girlfriend's statement on Facebook. However, there are people out there that are enraged and they think that there is some foul play. I'm going to leave that question to you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think the girlfriend had something to do with it? Do you think there was foul play? Do you think the girlfriend tossed her girlfriend over the balcony? That's a question for you guys. I want to see what you guys think because unfortunately, this DJ was not alone. She was with her girlfriend in the house. So there is a question of that.
She claims DJ D-Baby had been drinking, stood on the balcony furniture, lost her balance, and fell before she could get to her.
We really don't know really what happened,
Family says they aren't going to speculate or address unsubstantiated rumors.
So we're going to trust the system and we're going to let them do their job.
Houston police telling Fox 26 at this point, it appears to have been an unfortunate accident. Her family saying they want everyone to focus on the way DJ D-Baby lived and the legacy that she's leaving behind.
I would just like to continue seeing, some of the posts where they enjoyed being with her and around her.
She was that life for you guys, so now it's everybody else's turn to be that life for us, so we can watch those videos and those moments that we didn't get a chance to see, so we can look at it and we can smile and we can reminisce on how great of a person that she was.
What do I want? I want to know myself. And
all right, so that was just the tragedy. That was her parents and people who know her talking about her. But this story is just so sad, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think there was foul play? Do you think people are overreacting, that maybe it wasn't foul play, that really just this was a whole tragedy? I'm going to leave that to you guys. This is just so sad. It's sad that this girl is so promising. She had her whole life ahead of her. She was on the way to success. She had her own business, and which is impressive to be 23 years old. She graduated college. She was a very successful DJ, and just because of a night of fun, she lost her life. So it's like, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to go party and do things that you want to do to enjoy life, but you have to do that with balance and to be reasonable. Honestly, we don't know really, was there foul play or was she really intoxicated and fell over the balcony? The officers will be able to investigate that and determine that. Number one, when they do the autopsy, they can determine her blood alcohol level. So they'll be able to see if that is confirmed, whether or not she really was intoxicated. And they'll know at the time of her death, what was her blood alcohol level. So that can be a form of evidence. Number two, when they go into the house and investigate, they'll be able to also see the balcony and to also see if they can confirm what in fact the girlfriend's saying, that the balcony was too high for her to have actually been able to push her over. She would have had to physically pick this girl up and toss her over. So the officers are going to be able to investigate all of that to corroborate what the girlfriend is saying, or to dispute it. And if they find that there is, also they'll be able to tell if there's any DNA. Is there any DNA? Is there any DNA under her nails? Which did she try to, fight off, if it was foul play, fight off her girlfriend and scratch her in the process? They'd also be able to tell that when they do the autopsy. When they examine the girlfriend's body, they would have been able to see if there were any scratch marks, stuff like that. So, we'll have to wait and see what the officers say. But it seems to be that the officers kind of already did a preliminary investigation, and they seem to be going down the route of it being a tragic accident. But time will tell. This is such a sad story. Tell me what you guys think. Was there foul play? Or was this just a horrific tragedy of a night of fun that turned into someone tragically losing their life? Yes, it's okay to have fun, but do so in a reasonable manner so you can live to see another day. Take care, guys. Have a good night.